Hi guys, hope you're okay. Welcome to our mini-series. We are now on song number 3, which is a song called Grace Darling, which Mr. Stringer wrote. So I'm going to pass you over to him to tell you a little bit of a background of the song.
The story faded with time, but your light flickers on beyond the grave. A tale to history consigned. Our grace now just a whisper on the waves.
Grace Darling was a young lady that lived on the Farne Islands in Northumberland back in the 1800s. She was the daughter of a lighthouse keeper, and they lived on Longstone Lighthouse. And one stormy night, a ship called the Forfarshire, which is a difficult name to write into a song, ended up getting shipwrecked on the rocks. And Grace happened to be looking out of the little bedroom window on the lighthouse and saw the wreck and the survivors standing on the rocks. So her and her father rowed out in a really tiny little wooden rowing boat and got the remaining people off the rocks. And it was a story that at the time ended up getting national acclaim. She was written to by the Queen. People were writing to them for locks of her hair and all sorts. There's a lyric in the song, in the chorus, our Grace now just a whisper on the waves, which is kind of my reference to the fact that it was such a famous story, but I'd literally not heard of it until I went camping in Northumberland about 5 or 6 years ago. And like all kind of historic stories and even folk music and folk stories, they fade over time unless people keep them alive. So this is our telling of the story of Grace Darling. A steamship, she drifted hopeless, a storm brewing violently. Gale force winds tore ferocious, powerless on the sea. Under pitch black skies, one girl heard their cries, lurching to the rocks so helplessly. Deluge like rolling thunder, attacking relentlessly. The Forfarshire wrecked and sundered, a maritime tragedy, and her father's pride. As she rode out by his side, tempests they would face so selflessly. And the courage lit up the night, a shining star as bright as you were brave. Such virtue, spirit and fight, a hero for the lives that you would save. The story faded with time, but your light flickers on beyond the grave. A tale to history consigned. Our grace now just a whisper on the waves. Toiling through deadly waters, she battled so tirelessly, reaching those few survivors, rescued so fearlessly. So many died, but the peril she defied immortalized her family's legacy. And the courage lit up the night, shining star as bright as you were brave. Such virtue, spirit and fight, a hero for the lives that you would save. The story faded with time, but your light flickers on beyond the grave. A tale to history consigned, our grace now just a whisper on the waves. Her nation's pride, as she risked all just to try a legend to be told for centuries. And the courage lit up the night, a shining star as bright as you were brave. Such virtue, spirit and fight, hero for the lives that you would save. The story faded with time, but your light flickers on beyond the grave. A tale to history consigned, our grace now just a whisper on the wave.